Hi, Minna Bryant at theoryandprofit.com. And today I want to actually talk about if consistency is your challenge. And I know I've talked about consistency in a previous video as part of the 30-day vlog challenge, but I didn't really go into very much depth. And here is my idea, my opinion on what consistency consists of, right? Basically, consistency is being true to your word, right? And on the other side of the coin, so that's your side of the coin, you are true to your word, and that's for yourself, and that's for the people that you are doing something for. On the other side of the coin is the people, right? The people that you are wanting to be consistent for. They have an expectation from you which you control. How's that? You don't necessarily, you're not going to appeal. I'm going to back up here for just a second. When it comes to other people, you are not going to appeal to everyone. That is just impossible. I mean, it is completely impossible. It's not going to happen. Now, if there's someone in your world of the people that you want to connect with, and they require that you show up every single day, right, with the same level of quality, with the same style of information, using the same voice, talking about the same thing, but that's not what you want to do, you got to find a new group of people. Honestly. Okay, so that makes it sound like I know what I'm talking about, right? Because that's all theory. It's all theory. Everything that I just said is theory. What happens when it comes into practice? Here's what happens. You're going to attract a group of people initially when you start, and they may or may not be the right fit for you. They are the right fit for what you are doing in that moment to attract them. However, if you aren't a person who maintains that kind of consistency that the people who you attracted want, they're going to leave anyway, because you're going to burn yourself out trying to maintain a consistency that is not in your wheelhouse. It is just not something that you are comfortable or have the capacity to do. And I say this because I follow so many people online, and I follow them for a reason, because I get to see, I'm always talking about sides of the coin, right? But I get to see all these different variations of how people do things, and how their success ties into who they are and how they respond to the world. My favorite example is, and I'm going to use two examples here. First, my favorite example is Paul Myers, right? Paul does not blog. He does not have a blog out there. He has a little private forum that I don't think anybody's been in a while, but I'm a member there. He has a blog, but I don't think it's been updated in easily 2 years. He sends out a sporadic email. I might not hear from Paul for 2 weeks, and then in a week's time get 3 emails from him. But you know what? Every single email I open, because the consistency that he provides is always quality content. It's always something that I'm going to learn from. It's always, every single email that I read, even the short one that he sent out, I think Saturday, even that one raises questions for me and what I want to be doing in my business. So that's one side of this coin that I talk about. And then there's the other side, my all-time favorite person, Tiffany Dow, right? She sends out an email almost every single day telling you what she's done. She posts, sometimes 3. I know there was a time when she was actually posting 4 times a day to her blog. And I'm just in awe of all that she does. It's amazing. But she sends out an email almost every single day letting you know what she's done. When she doesn't send out that email every day, people ask, oh, hey, is something going on, Tiffany? What's going on? What's happening? Where are you? Everything okay? They go ask those questions. But that's because Tiffany wants to be that person. She wants she wants us to be a family. And don't get me wrong, Paul has the same kind of idea, but it's a different kind of family dynamic. Paul is, hey, you know what? I have something that I think is important that you can learn from, that someone brought up for me, and it raised all these questions, and this is how I answered them. What do you think? That's Paul's thing. That's what he does. And somewhere in there is going to be a link to a product that is going to help you think through the question that he just gave you. And the other side of that, with Tiffany, her emails are going to link you to the thing that she just did that day so that you can learn from that, whether it's a review, whether she's giving us tips on how to set goals and what filters to put them through, whether it's a 21 blogs you really need to check out. All of those things lead you back to something that's going on either on her site or something that she's participating in on someone else's site. Two very different goals, two very different emails. But of those emails, they are the ones that I open every single day. And they do things in their own consistent manner, right? So basically, you have to define for yourself what is consistency, and then look at your audience and find the audience that works with that consistency. Some people didn't like getting Tiffany's email every single day, so they get a weekly option, but it's a huge email, and I don't want a huge email. I don't like to eat an elephant all in one sitting. I like to know what's going on as it's going on, even if I don't respond in that moment. The same thing with Paul Meyer's emails. Some of them are very, very long. I mean, long. And I sit there and I think, I'm going to have to come back and read this, but I can't stop reading it, So define the consistency that works for you. Because as you notice, both of those people very rarely burn out. It's only when you're trying to provide some sort of consistency that is for the people outside of you without taking your needs into account. I'm going to say that again. You burn out quickly when you are trying to provide a type of consistency that does not line up with who you are. You are going to burn out. It happens. So find the consistency that works for you in whatever challenge you're working on, and then work the hell out of it, right? Make it rock.